The Lord calls everyone through the narrow door. He will never call you through the wider gate. Never. The Lord will always call you through the narrow door. And the Lord said, the wider gate, the path is very wide, and many people go through that door, that gate, but that path leads to destruction. But blessed is he who finds the narrow door, because they are only few. But those who find the narrow door, the path is very narrow. Narrow means you're going to suffer. It's suffocating. It's claustrophobic. You got to squeeze in there. It is uncomfortable. But the wider gate, you can cruise with your Ferrari and Lamborghini and with all your loved ones and all the luggages of the past. But the narrow door only fits you. Can't fit your money. Can't fit your fame. Can't fit your pride. Can't fit your dignity. Can't fit nothing except you. Can't fit mom, dad, brother, sister, husband, wife, sons. None of them. You alone. Jesus wants you. I'm not saying don't love mom and dad, but don't ever love them more than Christ. Don't want to scare you, because if you do, he will take him. His love is jealous and zealous. Listen, I'm going to give you a shortcut, right? Christ is the only one that you belong to. You need to learn. At the end, when we go there with his grace, you're not going to go there and say, oh, hello, mom. Oh, hello, dad. Oh, hello, honey, husband, wife. No, none of that. It's going to be Jesus only. It's not going to be mom, dad, brother, sister, none of this. It's going to be Jesus only. The Lord says, you need to learn how to make me number one in your life. You need to learn. I'm teaching you here so that you don't get a shock when you come there. Why the Lord calls us through the narrow door? Why, Lord, you choose a way for me to suffer? You are God. You created me on the basis of love. Why don't you give me a luxurious life? Why don't you give me a peaceful life, an easy-going life? Why the narrow door? For your sake, you are being God. Since you're God, for your sake, God, why the narrow door? He says, my child, I want you to learn one of the greatest lessons of life. There are so many great lessons. One of the greatest. You need to learn. Life is a school. We come here to learn, my beloveds, about the Creator. That was the very purpose. We need to get to know him. Why he made me. Why he brought me to existence. We need to learn, my beloved, one of the greatest lessons we need to learn is called trust. When it comes to trust, stop asking questions all the time. Just accept it and go with it. Because the more questions you ask, the more disoriented you become. You will never be able to make a decision. You will never be able to have peace in your life. For as long as you're using your head, there is no peace. Give it away. Let Christ take over. Trust in him. Even if you understand absolutely nothing, trust him. So when he says, I want you to walk through hell, stop saying why, explain, tell me, please, I don't know, shall I not, shall I do it, shall I buy a house, shall I apply for the job, shall I marry Rachel or Elizabeth? Get a life, marry someone, make a decision. Saint James, the apostle of Christ, in his epistle says, a person that is undecisive only burns himself. Why are we so undecisive? Because I have lack of trust in the saving power of Christ.